means is once this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious... Hello and welcome to take 2 of this video. I've already ridden part of this trail and turned around and came back, and we are reshooting the intro to this thing. I already shot the intro, started and got underway, but I noticed the gimbal kept crapping out on me up the trail, and so I don't know how much footage I got. So we're coming back to the bottom, start all over, and hopefully everything works next time up. I might have been going a little too hard the first time. I don't know how much footage I actually got, so hopefully I can still use some of that. And I'll try to keep an eye on the gimbal, and as long as it's doing okay, I'll try to push a little harder, and hopefully we don't have any more problems. We're out at Boblet's Gap in Buchanan, Virginia. Boblet's Gap Road is to my left, Boblet's Gap is up the mountain to my right, and I assume this is known by the locals as Boblet's Gap Trail. It's officially called Fire Road 4008, and I wanted to bring the monkey out for this because this would be a great trail to bring the monkey on. But this road is going to close in a couple of weeks, and we have winter weather coming in a couple of days, and the monkey wasn't going to make the deadline to get out here and get filmed and all that before the weather and the road closes. So I'm back on the Himalayan for this one. So stay tuned, the monkey is coming. It's just it didn't make the deadline for this one, and I didn't want to hurt it any further than it already is. So let's get fired up, turned around, and head back up this thing, and hopefully we can get some useful footage this time. All right, take 2. Let's do this again. Trying to keep an eye on the gimbal here. Yeah, there's lots of little whips like that one right there and this one right here. You can catch some air off of. And I assume those are what was messing with the gimbal. Which appears to be looking off to my left at the moment. So I'm going to have to stop and fix this. Nope, now it's off to the right. So we kind of got a little mix of everything here. And kill my ABS real fast before I get in trouble. Alright, flashing light, ABS off. So it's pretty dry for the most part, but underneath the leaves, in some spots there is some mud that I'll have to be mindful of. And some rock. Probably won't be able to see the rock due to all the leaves. Some of these turns will be a little treacherous because you end up landing then turning immediately. Here's some like big outcrop rocks there. Lots of small fist-sized rock. Not quite baby heads. There's a lot of small rock.
sticking out of the ground. A lot of branches sticking out in the trail. I gotta watch my head when I'm standing up. Gimbal seems to be working this time around, but I'm not going as aggressive as I was the first time through. Trying to be a little more mellow. Some of these corners can be muddy. Like right here, there's a prime place for there to be some mud. So I had to be cautious there. Rocks sticking up. Horse trail. So a little wet patch here in the corner. Sideways around that. Just gotta make sure I don't go sideways around in these left-handers and end up down there. See, look at this. So right here, that's mud underneath them leaves. And this is just out of nowhere. There it is. So I've got to be careful of that. And now we're back to dry again. Keep hitting the center stand on the ground. It wants to drop down and hit the rocks when I land hard. So here's a jump right in the corner with some mud to get around, and another mud bog here. Branch right in the face. Might leave a mark. I might have a wilt across my face from now on. I really don't know how long this trail is. Sideways landing. Let's hit this spot because I know it's dry. And there's wet right there. Good call. Good call. Yeah, the monkey would have a ball up here on this trail. It's a little bit different on a 450-pound bike than it is on a 200-pound bike. Yeah, the monkey would just love tearing through this. Mud. They said that just kind of crops up out of nowhere. So you got to be looking down the trail way ahead to avoid that sort of thing. What are all these trails here? Is that the Appalachian Trail? Lots of hiking trails here. We're at the end already. Holy crap. And we're going to run back into these two guys. Well, that was too easy.
I almost put mine down twice.
Oh, did you? Yeah, them little mud spots, they just come up out of nowhere.
Right there.
Huh?
Big one right there.
It goes from this dry to that. And if it's under them leaves.
Yeah, I caught that big one. I saw that. I was sketchy about the leaf overlay.
Anyway.
I guess we're going to mosey on through and see how muddy it really gets.
All right. Well, nice meeting you guys.
Yep.
You.
All right.
Maybe we'll get together for a ride sometime.
Alright, so we're heading back down because I don't want to continue on because there's really no reason for me to do that. This trail was a lot shorter than I was expecting. So, I won't say it was a bust, but it wasn't as long of a ride as I was looking forward to. It's actually really quick.
Well, we are down at the bottom of this trail for the third time. What did I think? I think we came, we saw, we whipped its butt. Interesting trail. Short. The whoops were pretty cool. The rock outcropping sections were pretty cool. A lot of fist-sized rock. And hidden mud holes was the order of business out there. It was a really short trail, and I'll rate it as pretty easy. It wasn't a difficult trail to run. If you're on a more street-oriented bike or street-oriented tires, you might have a little more difficulty than I did. If you're on a more off-road capable machine than this is a walk in the park. The Honda Monkey would have ate this thing for breakfast. No problem. I wish I could have brought that bike. So we are going to, I've got to go back to the top again because it's so short. Because I forgot to check how long this thing really was. It was really short. So I'm going to run back up there and see, and then I'll come back and I'll annotate in right here how far it was. So short trail. The only difficulty I had was I'm having a little trouble with my flux capacitor, and I think that's more due to the Himalayan itself. Might be the wrong bike to hook one of those up to, because I'm having trouble hitting the 88 miles an hour that I need. And in fact, the only way I was able to get out here was to catch a strong enough tailwind while I was falling off a cliff. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to get back to the Monkey. Let's have to see what we can do. Let's get out of here. So if I need to generate 1.21 gigawatts of electricity at 88 miles an hour and factor in the speed of light, I can use 3-in-1 oil with some gauze pads. I'm probably going to need about 10 quarts of antifreeze, preferably pressed on. No, on second thought, better make that Quaker stay. I need your clothes, your boots, and your tiny little motorcycle. Give them to me, now. Oh, crap. I need your clothes, your boots, and your tiny little motorcycle. And something to make my nipples warm. It's freaking cold out here. Don't be laughing, it's going to be on video. You need to go stand over there. Go.